Hey guys, welcome to the Liberal Hive Mind, a channel solely focused on exposing the abundant hypocrisy of the left. Remember I just played this clip for you guys?
The American people did not sign up for this. They voted in Donald Trump. They did not vote in Elon Musk, a key role for Musk in Trump's administration. You see this 39% support, 53%, the clear majority opposed. They don't want this.
It was all these push polls that the leftoids were running with that were pushing this idea that people don't support Elon Musk's heavy involvement or playing a, quote, key role in the Trump administration. It was a purposely vague question that was being asked that delivered pretty low levels of approval, and Democrats were then extrapolating that data and making the claim that the people don't want what Elon Musk is currently doing. And I called that garbage out almost instantly, and I said, I guarantee you pretty soon, another pollster is going to launch a survey asking voters much more specifically whether they support what Elon Musk is actually doing, auditing the government and attempting to find fraud and waste. And I said, I guarantee you in maybe a week, 2 weeks, we're going to come back to this issue with a poll that shows that the American people nearly unanimously support the work that Elon Musk is doing. And well, guess where we are today? There's no way you guys will ever guess it. It's not like I've made it blatantly obvious or anything. Well, yeah, you probably guessed right. That's exactly where we are today. A new Harvard-Harris poll just dropped, and it's absolutely devastating to the pathetic little narrative that these leftoids have been attempting to spin. It turns out CNN got it wrong once again. Oh, real shocker. And the American people do in fact support Elon Musk's work at an incredibly high level. And it doesn't just end there. This Harvard-Harris poll touched so many different points here. They just sent the left-wing establishment into a screaming frenzy behind the scenes, let me tell you that much. Let me show you guys exactly what's going on. We got some stuff to get into, so let's roll the tape. Okay, so we got the numbers here from the Harvard-Harris analysis. Elon Musk actually posted it on his Twitter immediately. He writes, reducing government waste and fraud is strongly supported by the people. Take a look at this. We've got line-by-line issues. The blue represents support, the red represents opposing. The top supportive issue is deporting immigrants who are here illegally and have committed crimes, that's at 81%. And coming in a close second is undertaking a full-scale effort to find and eliminate fraud and waste in government expenditures. It's freaking over. And that's exactly what I said in the previous video. Once you get it to the actual specific job that's being done, I pretty much guarantee you there's going to be overwhelming support, because if you just ask the question, do you support Elon Musk playing a key role in the government? Well, even Republicans will say no, because Republicans voted for Donald Trump, and Elon is kind of new to the party. A lot of people don't want Elon Musk affecting policy, but if you look at the actual job that he's doing and support for that job, the support is near unanimous. And actually an interesting point that we can make here is, remember not too long ago, Scott Jennings was talking about the 80-20 concept, right? How Donald Trump takes the 80% stance on an issue, and then Democrats, of course, in blind opposition always take the other stance, right? If Donald Trump one day says, ooh, I am in support of oxygen and breathing oxygen, the joke is the leftoids would stop breathing. Well, this is pretty much that visualized. Donald Trump and Elon Musk are taking on fraud and waste, and Democrats, in a complete partisan frenzy, have taken the opposite side, and they've attempted to gaslight the people into supporting them or into turning a blind eye to government waste and mismanagement. Democrats, once again, have totally played themselves, essentially digging their heels in, planting their feet firmly, as they take the side of fighting against auditing the government and finding waste and fraud, which is honestly so unbelievable, considering how easy it should have been, theoretically, to land on the right side of this issue. I mean, the polling data is actually very clear. Harvard-Harris actually took it to a more granular level, asking more relevant questions than just look at the response. 2 in 3 voters say the federal government's debt is unsustainable, and over 4 in 5 say that they should work to balance the budget. Do you believe the current level of U.S. federal government debt is sustainable or unsustainable? 67% say unsustainable. Do you think the U.S. government should move in the next few years to balance the budget, or is that unrealistic and it should continue to run significant deficits? 83% want the government to move to a balanced budget. And then we've got this. An overwhelming majority of voters say the government should reduce government expenses over increasing taxes, and a full examination of expenditures is needed. 83% believe that government expenditures should be reduced, as opposed to increasing taxes, and 77% think that there should be a full examination of government expenditures, in other words, an audit. Then we've got 7 in 10 voters think government expenditures are filled with waste and agree with cutting $1 trillion in expenses. So much for Democrats attempting to build this narrative that Donald Trump is some sort of fascist because he's cutting cancer research. What a complete farce. A supermajority of American voters believe the government is filled with waste, fraud, and efficiency, and 69% believe that over $1 trillion in cuts should be the goal. And then we've got most voters agree with having a government agency dedicated to efficiency, and that the Department of Government Efficiency is helping to make major cuts. 72% believe the US government should be doing the work that it's doing, and 60%, a supermajority, believe that Elon Musk, leading Doge, is helping in the process of making these major cuts to expenditures. And that's probably the most important official number because that completely debunks what the left has been attempting to sell. Even when you put Elon Musk's name on it, still 60% of the electorate support it. Despite all the bad press, despite all the fear-mongering, Elon Musk is coming after your social security check. He's stealing your grandma's rent and even taking the meatballs out of her fridge. Despite the slanderous onslaught, the people support Elon. At this point, it's clear that the Democrats and the media have been lying to you. And one of the most egregious lies has been the claim that Donald Trump doesn't have a mandate and voters didn't vote for this. Well, it seems as though that isn't the case at all, not even close. And it's not just from this Harvard-Harris poll. We've also got a more general survey here from McLaughlin and Associates that shows a large majority, again, of the electorate preferring a smaller government rather than a larger government. And that, of course, is exactly what Donald Trump is doing. In other words, across the board, with all of this data that we have access to right now, what Donald Trump is doing, the job that he's executing, well, it is in fact the will of the people. And ironically enough, the people who have been lecturing us about democracy forever, well, they're the ones, seemingly, who can't handle democracy. They're the ones attempting to impose their will and their interests above the will and interest of the American people, who clearly support what's going on and literally voted for this in the last election. People are sick of it. They're sick of the abuse of their taxpayer dollars. And to really put that into perspective, according to a story that's now being promoted online, internet sleuths on X just uncovered that over 160,000 government employees supposedly are now millionaires. And guess what? That number supposedly doubled under Biden's watch. 160,000 bureaucrats raking in millions, while the American people are getting crushed under inflation, skyrocketing housing costs, insane taxes. People are done. They're sick with it. They're done watching their hard-earned tax dollars get siphoned away to fund the cushy lifestyles of these useless, incompetent bureaucrats who wouldn't last 5 minutes in the real job market. The mandate is absolutely clear, and we now have the data, the numbers, to back up that claim. In other words, Donald Trump and Elon Musk at this point have the green light, not from the Obama judges who view themselves as the kings who can make these kinds of decisions. No, they have the green light from the people. And that's literally the way that it's supposed to be, whether these Democrat control freaks like it or not. And if you got a problem with that, Democrats, well then don't take it up with me. Don't take it up with Trump or Elon. Take it up with the people. In other words, win a damn election, get your own mandate, because that's the way real democracy works. Anyways, that's pretty much what I got for you guys on this one. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. If you did, make sure to leave a like and possibly subscribe. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.